Welcome to Baseball Maelstrom's opening day. This is the fourth game of the opening day, the fourth and final game. National League Hall of Fame team St. Louis Wizards will travel to Chicago to face the non-Hall of Fame team, the Chicago Docks. Steve Carlton taking the mound for St. Louis, and Dwight Gooden taking the mound for the Chicago Docks. Tony La Russa is managing the St. Louis Wizards, and Charlie Grimm will be managing the Chicago Docks this season. This game's taking place at Wrigley Field. And taking a look at the box score, we see that this was a pitcher's duel. Both Carlton and Gooden went 9 innings. Carlton struck out 12 over those 9 innings. Gooden struck out 7, didn't walk any. And if we take a look at the box score, we see Gooden allowed Stan Musial to homer in the second for one of the runs. And then in the fourth, Oscar Charleston led off with a triple. And Stan, the man, grounded out to drive him in. So that was the only 2 runs that Gooden allowed. Carlton, meanwhile, he allowed a run in the bottom of the first after Buster Posey singled in Keith Hernandez, who had doubled. And then in the 6th, we see that Sammy Sosa led off with a single. There was a wild pitch that moved him to second base. And then Jeff Kent had an RBI single to knock him in. So after 9 innings, the score was tied at 2. We went into extra innings. Fergie Jenkins came in for the St. Louis, and Roy Oswalt came in for Chicago. Fergie Jenkins pitched a 1-2-3 inning in the 10th, striking out 2. And Roy Oswalt also did pretty well. He got he had 2 outs before Ozzie Smith doubled, but that was all they could do in the 10th. Going into the 11th, however, he had a rough inning. So Oscar Charleston singled, and then Rogers Hornsby hit a 2-run homer to put St. Louis up 4-2. Oswalt stayed in, got the second out of the inning, but then Willie McCovey walked. He hit Larry Walker, and then Ron Santo had an RBI single for the 3rd run that inning. So that put St. Louis up 5-2. Bruce Sutter came in for the Wizards to shut the door. Barry Bonds led off the 11th with a home run against Bruce Sutter, but that was the only run they could manage. Sutter got the next 3 batters out, including striking out Gene Tennis. So end of the game, the score was St. Louis 5, Chicago 3. Again, both starting pitchers had strong starts. If we look at the box score, Stan Musial was 3 for 5 for the St. Louis. Ozzie Smith had 2 hits. Oscar Charleston had 2 hits. The Chicago Docks, Sammy Sosa was 2 for 5 on that side. Keith Hernandez was 2 for 4 with a walk. But they really couldn't get much else together. They had 7 hits. St. Louis just had some good timing in there with and then that final inning, the 11th inning, kind of really was the decision maker there with Rogers Hornsby's home run. He had been quiet, 0 for 4 with 3 Ks prior to that 11th inning, but came through in the clutch there when they needed him in the 11th. So that put St. Louis up 5-3. And again, Chicago, a non-Hall of Fame team made up of some great baseball stars, but wasn't able to do anything against the Hall of Fame team, the St. Louis Wizards. We hope you enjoyed that. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, this was Commish Orr. Have a great evening.